I had always thought engineering would be a safe profession, machines, circuits, and repairs. Not the kind of work where lives were constantly at stake. But when I was assigned to the flagship of the Andurian fleet, I quickly realized that routine maintenance in space often meant facing beings whose power and presence could freeze even the bravest soul. The alien queen, ruler of the sector and one of the galaxy's most feared figures, was infamous. Her authority was absolute, her combat prowess unmatched, and her judgment was merciless. Stories of humans who had encountered her ranged from vanished without trace to never seen again. Somehow, I had survived this long, assigned to minor repairs in areas less frequented by her. That is, until today. I was inspecting the control hub on the bridge when the intercom crackled. A calm, resonant voice cut through the hum of the ship. "Only you may enter, human." I froze. My heart skipped a beat. That voice was unmistakable, the alien queen herself. The words weren't just a command. They carried weight, authority, and the unspoken implication that no one else could step forward. I hesitated, unsure if my ears were deceiving me. Then the voice repeated, more insistently, "Only you. Now." I swallowed hard and slowly made my way down the polished corridor toward her chamber. Every step felt surreal. The guards flanking the hallway gave me respectful nods, but I could barely notice them. My mind was a storm of questions. Why me? What does she want? What if I make a mistake? The chamber doors loomed ahead. They were massive, alien in design, carved with patterns that shimmered faintly with energy. As I approached, they began to slide open silently. The glow from inside spilled into the corridor, and I caught my first glimpse of her. She sat upon a throne that seemed to float above the ground, her posture regal yet relaxed. Her violet eyes, piercing and intelligent, were fixed on me. She was magnificent, every inch the embodiment of authority and power. My body froze before I even reached the threshold. "Step forward, human," she said softly. Her tone carried no anger, only expectation. Yet that expectation felt heavier than any weapon. I obeyed, each step deliberate, my mind trying to process why I had been singled out. She studied me silently, her gaze sweeping over me as if reading every thought, every hesitation, every heartbeat. I felt exposed, vulnerable, but also strangely aware that she wasn't hostile. "Not yet." "Why have you been assigned to my ship?" she asked finally. Her voice was melodic, yet commanding. I'm a systems engineer, Your Majesty," I stammered. "I handle maintenance on the ship's core systems." I didn't think I'd be called here. Her eyes narrowed slightly, studying me with intensity that made it hard to breathe. Few humans survive long in my presence without faltering. Why should I allow you to live beyond this moment? I focus on my work, I replied, my voice steadier than I expected. Mistakes could be fatal, not just for me, but for the crew and the ship. I take every task seriously. Her lips curved ever so slightly. "Interesting," she murmured. "Confidence. Focus. Perhaps courage. Very few humans possess even one of these qualities. Yet you demonstrate 3. Do not disappoint me." The tension in the chamber was palpable. I could feel my pulse in my throat, my hands slightly trembling, though I tried to control them. She gestured toward a platform beside her throne. "Approach and inspect the core interface," she said. "Ensure it is functioning at full capacity. Do not fail." I approached cautiously, noting that the interface was unlike any system I had seen. Alien technology intertwined with energy conduits that pulsed with a light of their own. Every adjustment required precision and calm hands. I knelt, beginning the inspection, and tried to steady my nerves. She leaned forward slightly, her gaze tracking every movement. "Do not hurry, human," she said softly, "but do not falter either." The words were simple, yet they carried a weight that made my muscles tense. As I worked, I realized she was testing more than my technical skill. She was testing my composure, my ability to remain calm under pressure, my focus in the presence of someone who could annihilate me without hesitation. Minutes passed, each one stretching into eternity. I made careful adjustments to the energy conduits, realigned circuits, and verified stability. Every click, every hum of the system resonated through the chamber. Then, as I bent over a complex junction, she spoke again, her voice closer now. "You handle this well, human. Few would survive the pressure." I swallowed hard, sensing the subtle closeness of her presence. I glanced up briefly and found her leaning slightly forward, her eyes intent on my work. The proximity sent a jolt through me, half awe, half nervousness. My hands trembled slightly as I continued, aware of her scrutiny. Finally, I completed the inspection. The core interface glowed steadily, energy flowing smoothly through every conduit. I exhaled, relief washing over me. The queen rose gracefully from her throne, her gaze fixed on me. She walked toward me with deliberate steps, the floor beneath her seeming to hum with each movement. I froze again, unable to look away from her piercing eyes. "You have performed well," she said, standing before me now. "Not just in skill, but in courage, focus, and restraint. You have survived where most humans would falter." "I thank you, Your Majesty," I managed to say, my voice barely above a whisper. She studied me silently, then extended a hand, not in threat, but in acknowledgment. "Few humans earn this level of attention. Consider it a rare privilege. You have demonstrated qualities worth noting." I took her hand, feeling a mix of awe, relief, and disbelief. In that moment, I understood that my survival wasn't just luck. It was focus, courage, and composure that had earned me her recognition. "Remember this, human," she said, releasing my hand. "Survival is not solely the result of skill. It is the combination of focus, courage, and respect for the forces around you. Today, you have proven yourself in all three." I nodded, my heart still racing. I understand, Your Majesty. I won't forget this lesson." She stepped back, her violet eyes softening slightly. "Leave now. You may return to your duties. But know this, your actions have been noted. You have earned a place in my awareness, and that is no small achievement." As I exited the chamber, my legs feeling like they might give way, I realized that what should have been a simple inspection had become one of the most intense experiences of my life. Not only had I survived the direct presence of the alien queen, but I had also earned her rare acknowledgment, a testament to human resilience and courage. Walking back through the corridors, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. The encounter reminded me that even in the face of unimaginable power, composure, focus, and bravery could open doors that no one expected. And in the far reaches of the galaxy, a single human's courage could earn respect, create bonds, and change the course of one's destiny. I would never forget the day the alien queen called me in, and I couldn't move. Not out of fear alone, but out of awe, respect, and the weight of a moment that would define my life forever.